Hello cool dudes, it is a new year and I am starting off testing out one of my Christmas presents. This is London Hidden Walks and I'm going on one right now. Where to? To East Rotherhithe. Who wants to go to East Rotherhithe? Well, we'll find out if it's worth it. It's miles across London. I'll see you there in about an hour or so. I have arrived at the uninspiring Canary Wharf. It's basically some kids skateboarding around some empty park. I can see why this is one of the hidden places in London, and maybe it should remain hidden. But let's see what else there is to see. This is possibly one of the bleakest starts to a walk ever. It's just urban council estate so far. Stephen Millar, this walk up its game very fast. Tell me, Marek, what is this expanse of water over your shoulder? Well, my friends, this is Greenland dock, called that because that's where they burnt whale oil from Greenland. They didn't burn whale oil, they burnt blubber to make whale oil. I don't know what it's used for, and they probably don't do it anymore. Coincidentally, this whale information reminds me of my granddad's favourite joke, which was, where'd you wear a whale? At a railway station. I expect you're wondering, who designed this wonderful dock? Well, I can tell you, it was James Walker, who also designed lighthouses and lots of bridges as well. He's certainly head and shoulders above the rest. And to show a mark of respect to James Walker, a dog has just done a piss in the corner of his statue. I expect this walk is quite nice in the summer, but on the 2nd of January it does feel a little bleak. But good news is that I'm testing out the new camera, the E-M5 Mark III, which I spent pretty much all my savings on as a travel camera, and also some lovely new winter trousers I got for Christmas. They're called mountain equipment trousers. There's another 2 good reasons to go on a walk. And there, my friends, is Canary Wharf in all its majesty. And on this side, there is an intriguing statue, which I can't find the name of. So I've decided to call it the Silver Bastard. What would you call it? Put your answers below. Oh, I found the name. It is called Curly Q by William Pye. Curly Q? Rubbish. Silver Bastard, much better. This is a great bridge, but you can just walk along that pavement there. These are the Dog and Duck stairs. There was a pub here, and these steps were used by the mudlarks, which is children scavengers who used to go into the river up to their knees and try and find stuff they could flog. There's one of the little bastards there. That is Aragorn Tower, and this is the Peeps Estate, named after Samuel Pepys. Opened in 1966. That's what it looked like in the Silver Jubilee. The Queen was here. This, my friends, is Deptford Strand, and thanks to me having my camera, I've stopped a man and his son from nicking a bike from over there. But meanwhile, this is the site where Christopher Marlowe, the famous British playwright who could have been as good as Shakespeare apparently, was murdered. It was over an argument with some other bloke, but they reckon that it might have been because Christopher Marlowe was a spy. You can probably read up about it somewhere and find out a bit more factual story than that. Lovely big one there. And this is Sayes Court. I don't know if it's pronounced Sayes Court or Sayes Court or Say Yes Court. which was designed by John Evelyn, who was a famous diarist. A lot of people wrote diaries around the 18th century, precursors to Adrian Marr, I presume, and he designed this garden. I think he'd say, you know, could do with a bit more upkeep. Someone's been letting off fireworks, and there may well be a man smoking crack in the corner over there. So he might be a little disappointed in it now these days. This Mowbray tree is apparently planted by Peter the Great, who stayed in Sayers Court during a trip. According to the book, the Tsar got really pissed and absolutely trashed this place and caused £350 worth of damage, which back then probably was about £800 million. There's no disguising the fact that this part of the walk is shit. Yes, please. Let's do it. Yes, St. Nicholas's Church. Been there since the 12th century. According to the book, these were used to remind the congregation of the inevitability of death. Pretty fun. Memorial to Christopher Marlowe, who was buried here in an unmarked grave. Cut is the branch that might have grown full straight, which is a quote from Dr. Faustus. People have left some pens up here and down there. I'm on Deptford High Street. Not really the most scenic place I imagined for a walk, and this road's famous for number 34 being a place where Mr. and Mrs. Farrow were murdered by the Stratton brothers, and it was the first case solved with fingerprints. Pretty good fact, thanks to this book. And that's St. Paul's Church. What style is that, do you think? 3 seconds to answer. It's Baroque, and it's by Thomas Archer, who was one of Christopher Wren's pupils. The Laban building, which was designed by the people who built the Tate Modern, and it won the Sterling Prize for Architecture in 2003. It's a dance studio. The only other buildings that must have been built in 2003 were toilets, probably. Well, cool dudes, that is it. I have completed the walk. You may notice the Cutty Sark and Greenwich behind me. It was around 2.5 hours, 4.39 miles. Possibly one of the most average walking experiences I've ever had. I would strongly recommend just staying on the train past Canary Wharf and getting off at Greenwich and going there instead. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. That's it from me. And most importantly, stay cool. See you later. Don't forget, cool dudes, you can join the Cool Dudes Walking Club by clicking on the link below or donating on the link there. With just £5 you can receive these amazing items, and contributions after costs will be going towards my big walk plan this year, the Norfolk Coast Path. Thank you to anyone who has joined, and I will be planning a walk for all of us this year at some point.